Oh,
Hello? Mommy, they picked up. Hello?
hello.
Hi.
Hi.
My mommy told me to call you. Hi.
You did.
Mommy.
Hi.
They're talking on the phone. Hi.
Hi.
You know what?
What?
I like ice cream.
Really?
Know what else?
What?
I like trucks.
You like trucks?
Yeah. I like to play with trucks.
Wow.
Hi.
Hi.
Do you like to play with trucks?
No.
Yay! We can be a truck family.
Who is this?
I can be the baby trucker. Daddy can be the father trucker. And you can be the mother trucker.
Yeah.
You're a
That's
mother
funny.
trucker. You're a mother trucker. Are you there?
Could I
Who is
come over
this?
and play?
Who is this?
I gotta have a big old stack of pillows if I'm asleep.
It's a really nice shirt.
Man, you sampled that.
What did I sample?
It's true.
I
You know,
gotta have a big old stack of pillows.
There it is
if I'm
again.
asleep with a dude.
yep. Don't want to get off.
Just get a little vibe up, you know?
All right. See these guys.
That part gets cut out probably. That was a great picture. I saw that on Instagram. And really, we're going to talk about those guys. Cool. It's a big show Sunday night.
Down by the sea, green pastures, that's where we'll be in our own cabin. Down by the sea, green pastures, that's where we'll be.
Kingston area. Might be going to Jamaica with you soon.
Cool.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Just the Mic podcast.
Hello.
Mr. Thaddeus Maximus over here,
That's me.
sitting high and mighty over there.
Yeah, feeling good.
Yeah, you get that seat all the way to the top, man.
Yeah.
It's like Big Bird, but
I got
Thad.
other tall things in front of me being like a footstool now.
That's nice, man. Is it more comfortable?
Yeah, I like it. I like the way the mic works. And yes,
You like how much higher you sit than me?
that's me.
I gotta look up to you now.
Yeah, I'm winning.
I thought you were kind of going for that angle.
Yeah. I can
I'm
look
gonna sit.
over
I'm
my
gonna sit.
glasses.
I'm gonna sit up on the bar.
I'm going to sit on the case.
Hello, everybody. Episode 2. I think it's 211.
211.
I think so.
Okay.
What you been up to, man?
Last night went to a great show. It was Kyle and the 8 Minute Miles.
How was that show?
It was great. It was really great.
It's kind of a big deal. There's a big change happening. You want to explain? Or?
Yeah, so much. It's hot. Kyle and the 8 Minute Miles, they just released their full-length album. And they had, in this group, they've all been friends a long time. They're all in bands and projects, and they all write. But Matt flew down to play the guitar. So it was a 4-piece, and it was really cool, and it sounded great. Tracking lots of new stuff for Kyle and the 8 Minute Miles and Flagman as well. Worked today. Cody and Sam worked today. They're working on another album.
Wow.
Yeah, and they're going to be. They got their tour heat, and they hit it in the windows. I forget how many days a year, but they're writing and they're touring and keeping the wheels turning. And now they're going to have what do you call it? A little command station up there in Washington State.
And they're moving to Washington, and it's like it's been this like tight knit, crew since I've heard of them through you, and through spending time with them over there at your studio, it's you can tell how close they all are.
Yeah.
Like they're super close. They all really get along great, man. It's really cool to see. And I got to go see them with you at West End.
Yep.
I don't know, a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
And then we've seen everybody at the First Ears festival over there in Sandpoint.
EcoFest. Yep.
Second EcoFest. They ran the whole dang thing, man. It was so awesome.
Yeah.
You up there running the dang thing, but
Me and Sir Frank.
and seeing those guys, all just up there having a great sets and just enjoying. And so now you're going to have, some people up in Washington, spending some time feeling the energy and all of the cool experiences that they're going to experience up that way. Yeah, big change for them, I love to hear it. You got to go take chances. They're at the perfect age and time, and they're ready to go get in the middle of it all.
Yeah, and Matt, he's deep with his band. The band he's in, Arrows in Action. They got it going on too, and all of them are. It's a big scene full of studios and producers and engineers and session players and people that play, gigs, only. But it's a big sea of people and network, and they got a real cool thing going on. I see it. Yeah, they're gonna keep the beat going, keep hitting America.
I love
all
it.
Four corners.
That's fantastic. So obviously they're going to be traveling and seeing each other still, and with today's age, we can just connect and quickly and easily.
Yeah.
Shout out to Ryan out in Cali. Dave,
the fire. Ryan avoided the latest fire.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. It
Okay.
had a little close call recently when I sent you the videos.
Yeah, he was on the roof of a building there, right?
Starts with a B. It's not Macy's. It's the other
The
one.
Burlington Coat Factory.
Yeah, I wish it was Burlington Coat Factory. It was Bloomingdale's.
Bloomingdale's. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Every year the Dales bloom, and he was there for them.
He was Bloomingdale's.
No, Dales just bloom on their own. Yeah. Those are auto Dales. But yeah, he's okay. His home's okay.
Good.
Finally got some rain.
Okay. Yeah. Good.
Nice long soaker. Like we just got a footnote, if you don't know, we just went through here in Central Florida while everybody up north, including the panhandle of Florida, got real cold, got lots of snow.
Big time.
We got the super cold soaker that hung out in the 40s and 50s
Mm-hmm.
for like 3 days of just cold soak.
Did we talk about that on the last episode at all? We might not have.
If we didn't, we're here and we got the blue skies, we got the rebound temperatures. It's great.
I'm going to throw this at you. Is on our end at work. I don't think I've ever. I can't remember trucks being stuck in Pensacola on the I-10 with road closures because of icy and patchy roads, and we don't have salt trucks to handle that type of situation at for an interstate like that with as much traffic as it gets. So we had trucks for multiple days just stuck, waiting to get in, and people were trying to go all the way up through Atlanta, like cut from Pensacola, go all the way through Alabama and get up to Atlanta and come down. Well, 75 South was shut down too.
That was real up north weather down south. Like,
big time.
And we're underneath it. We still got the
and you saw there's pictures all over the internet too with the like 4 or 5 inches of snow like right on the Gulf.
Yeah.
Louisiana and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
They got the cold finger snapped down, but it happens.
Yeah, man. I got to tell you, I feel like I'm talking really fast right now.
You jacked up.
I think so. This Neuro Gum stuff.
So it's a Neuro Gum, and
it's this like caffeine gum that's L-theanine with B vitamins, and I saw it online, and I'm on TikTok and all these things, and you hear this stuff, and I guess Rogan and those guys were talking about it, and it's kind of hard to get, and I just kind of saw it pop up as available, so I thought I'd buy some packs to try it.
How many pieces are you supposed to smack on per day?
It says 1 or 2
per day
at a time.
Oh, at a time. I mean, is there can you overdose on it or get all jitterbug?
I don't know. Like I'll give you my. I just have had one
since when?
Like right before you got here, so 30 minutes ago maybe.
And you feel
and just kind of chewed on it for maybe 5-10 minutes, and spit it out. And I'll say right now I'm pretty jacked up. Not in like a overly bad way, but I'm like very alert.
Cool.
Very, you know what I mean?
Did you read the hubbub about side effects and ups and
It'll probably
downs.
kill me. It's probably not good for me. I'm not going to be a spokesman for or against it yet.
It's a hit and run.
But I guess it's hard to get. And
It's cool to have it on the
just kind of wanted to try it. Like they were talking about like all the other gums. I was watching something where they were showing all these other gums that you chew. If you chew gum nowadays, I don't really normally chew gum very often.
same.
I'll do some of those little, what are those little lifesaver cinnamon things
Yeah.
that come in those little round packages that you get at when you're checking out at Publix.
I do the Tic Tacs sometimes.
Allie likes the Tic Tacs. They're too small, man, and they like go away too quick, and then you got to eat a bunch of them.
Tic Tacs?
They're great though. I love them.
Yeah. Agreed.
Yeah, but anyway, yeah, I feel like jacked up because of those things right now.
And the name of the company that makes them is,
It's a Neuro gum.
oh, like your brains?
Yeah,
Okay.
and that's what it's kind of like. Like healthy people talk about this stuff.
Okay. Well,
It's one of those type of things. But take it back home if you want to try them.
I will.
Yeah, I got a couple of them. But yeah, on my end, having all these truckers come in and get delayed is kind of wild.
Oh, because they thought they were going to scoot down from the Rockies and they got denied.
Well, pretty much when it gets cold up there in Washington and Wyoming with no windbreak, that road gets closed a lot when it gets cold. These storms come through there and they come real quick, and if you're not experienced, you really don't want to take that route unless you really have to, or unless you're, on your weather tip and you know what's going on. So a lot of times when it's colder, I see drivers divert into like 5 or 6 different routes. Some of them I feel make sense. You hear that?
I think somebody's chewing.
Someone's chewing something hard.
I don't know what. Good looking out. Dog paws for station identification, right? Here we go. I don't think he hit the nugget.
No, he didn't. He was on the outside of it, but still. You never know. Got to keep an eye on that boy. I was hearing it for a while there, like in the background, and I wasn't sure what it was.
Yeah, I thought it was
I thought it was like a play toy or something, but
same.
And then Loki came over here, so I'm like, it's not Loki. So if it's blue, it's probably something he found.
So where were we? The
yeah,
routes,
we're
alternate routes.
Yeah, we're just talking about truckers and stuff, and
Cool.
yeah, it's okay. The 6 different routes that they'll take down. Some of them will come down through like from Utah. They'll hit down through Colorado and hit through Amarillo or New Mexico over through Amarillo through Dallas, and then come through into Florida. Sometimes they'll come up through Montana through Billings, Missoula, and come down through like down into like South Dakota, come across South Dakota and then down through like Missouri, Illinois, Kentucky,
Missouri.
get that whole little, there you go. That whole little, route down.
And they all got the north wind at their back.
And they'll take a couple other routes as well. And then, Jared in the office, he does a lot of the California to Florida routes. So a lot of those guys are usually on the I-10 or the 20 and popping down from the 20. And a lot of trucks will stay south during the winter. And it's really funny seeing, as, in my, 18 or plus years, I can't tell you whether one year is worse than the other that I remember in a clear, it's getting a lot worse. I'm not trying to throw that out there, but
Weather-wise?
it's this was the lowest this one storm that I've ever seen affect transportation in Florida as bad as it did
Okay.
in Georgia. Like just having trucks stuck all across and couldn't come in. And it was only for like a day or two, so it wasn't anything too crazy, but just they really had to get, ready and prepared.
Yeah, they couldn't squeak through that little, where Florida is, the little panhandle. They couldn't be, usually it's like a get through, right?
They're going to have some ice
Yeah.
or some salt to throw on those roads and have a little closer now.
Yeah. It gets cold way up there.
Yeah, it does. Like we will spend some time up in South Georgia, just about 30 minutes north of Tallahassee
Yeah.
at Thomasville, Georgia area. And it's really cold, like super cold.
There's palm trees, but there's not
I mean,
coconuts.
your ice isn't frozen by any means in your ponds, but the ice in the grass will be like ice sickles.
And they get like 20.
They're crunchy. Oh, for
year,
sure.
right?
And they get some snow.
Or
Yeah. So it's been a little spicy. It's kind of slowing down right now. Weather's kind of been clear. There's not as much volume of freight. We're getting a little outside. Like we have flowers now is the big shipping season out of Florida. So you get a lot of drivers now. They can kind of get out of Florida and with the flower loads, because there's not a whole lot of freight that comes out of Florida. You get like orange juice used to be the big one, and now it's chilled juice or like processed juice, from
the
plants.
giant bladder.
Then you have your Coca-Colas over in Auburndale and Lakeland areas. You have your Minute Maids and stuff over in Dunedin and Pensacola and all throughout that Lakeland area, and you got your Publix, in Lakeland and all that. So you get goods, but it's the rates are really low. So it's like you get good money to come to Florida, because a lot of times you deadhead out. You have to get like frozen chickens or something in Central Florida to help you in refrigerated freight get back out. And so right now, like these drivers are trying to get down here to get these, flower loads, and they usually have multiple drops to where they'll pick it up and they deliver Mother's Day and Valentine's Day, all these holidays.
Okay.
Easter's kind of going to be after all that. So this is just when the flowers are starting to kind of be imported from down south.
All right.
They're coming into Miami, and then all these flower distributors are just throwing them on trucks and shipping them to all your Lowe's and Home Depots and
Wow.
and you name it, and these drivers they're primed and ready for this time of year.
Make that money.
And then Washington kind of slows down, so that then it's like you only get like a couple weeks sometimes every year where you're getting good money from both directions on any lane that you haul on this.
Okay.
And like marketing and pricing is kind of, they call something a backhaul. Like you're getting your money this way, and then you're just trying to get fuel money to get back to that. That's how it's like sold. And then the drivers are like, I should get good money both ways.
Yeah,
Which
not the break even.
Which they should.
Yeah.
But it's the supply and demand of the whole thing, and pricing and power. Like, hey, you have another carrier that's undercutting your price, and some people play that game and some don't. And I think the experienced people have been doing it for a while. You're like, when I was younger, I was trying to get what I could get, and be,
Finagly.
yeah, trying to make as much money as you can. It's your job. It's what you're, enforced, and supported to do. And on their end as well, and that's the game. You win some, you lose some. Like everything's negotiable kind of thing. But I feel like as I've gotten older, it's like you really understand what these guys go through, and how hard it is, and how much it sucks when the money's not right. And it's just this negative vibe, and you get, that negative energy can really eat at you, even on my position. So you just kind of find these happy mediums to where everybody kind of is happy, and just try to hold accountability, but pay good as much as you can, as long as you're not being pinched on your end.
That's the game, huh?
And trying to find that balance to where you get like a more consistent driver that understands and respects what you're doing and what you're trying to do. And so when you need them, they're going to be there just a little bit more for you, but at the same time, don't shortchange them, pay them what they're worth during that up market. Cause that way when, it's tough, they're there for you. Cause otherwise they're just going to chase the money, and you're just going to have a revolving cycle of different people that you're working with that do things differently, that maybe have better, qualities, as a communicator and a transportation person, or some a lot worse. And, it's not fun when you're dealing with multiple phone calls a day with people that maybe don't know what they're doing at the same rate. That's someone that you've kind of been in the little vibe and little, work supply chain with for months or years.
You know what to expect.
Yeah, totally.
You said Dunedin, and I always think of pipe bands, because Dunedin has always had like a Scottish music culture, but I missed the Scottish games this year. I think it was January 19.
Do you go to the Scottish games?
Growing up, I would always go to them. I haven't been hitting the last couple of years, but I used to. We used to.
What's it all entail?
they got some sports stuff and music stuff and a lot of like gathering kind of ceremony, but it was gathering of the clans, and they got like the tossing the caber, the telephone pole, and then they got competitive dancers, and they got competitive bagpipers, competitive bands, competition between like the snare drummer, I forget,
Yeah.
what you call that, but there's all kind of competition in sports stuff and culture, and a meetup and a high five, and then all the bands get to march together.
Do you know how much of your background is Scottish?
Yeah, I don't know. Like, that's pretty much the nugget you can go right back to is Scotland, but also the genes are just basically like that Northwest European, like German, French. I don't know when the haplogroup I'm in branched off or whatever, but yeah, we've been into it. My uncle rooted out our lineage, way back in the day, and we got psyched on it, and we did the band camp, Scottish School of Scottish Arts, the Balmoral School of Scottish Arts, and all that stuff.
I absolutely love that, man.
The Robert Burns dinner.
I'll tell you, here's my see if I can pop this up on the screen here.
Grandfather Mountain Games in the summer. Those are cool.
The reason I'm asking you all this is there's my background on
you got the thing.
I did the DNA on Ancestry.
I did the Spencer Wells one a long time ago, and I haven't looked at it in a minute.
Well, you know what they do is when you've done that, the test that they run on your sample, they can rerun with new software and
dig a little deeper,
and they can go deeper and deeper into like the actual like towns, like in the communities that your genetics are linked to,
like Cranston.
And yeah, you can I'm mainly German from my dad's side.
Okay.
And then Ireland, that's my grandmother.
Cool.
On my mom's side,
I got the German, the Wiegans.
Okay.
On my side, my mom's side.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then we have Italy, South, and that's Sicily. Actually, is my grandfather.
Definitely.
Which the neighbor over there.
Yeah.
That I was showing you pictures of earlier, and he was a Baptist preacher at Temple Baptist.
Cool.
And he's got a story, man. It's kind of awesome. They were in the Amtrak train crash in Gulfport, Mississippi, back in the day. That was in the water.
Ooh.
And got saved, and the guy that saved them was on Geraldo. Back in the old days when Geraldo was all crazy on TV, like Jerry Springer in it and stuff. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was interesting. Kind of
through. Yeah.
My mom saved a lot of that stuff and has been kind of throwing me some of the articles, and it's kind of neat. And then we have Scotland is what brought this up.
Yep.
The Highlands and Central Lowlands. And it kind of will show you some of the different areas and the different towns and whatnot. And it's just really awesome, man, to be able to go in there and look at your lineage. And I think it would be really cool to go to like one of those Scottish games and just kind of go experience that environment when it's so deeply linked. I feel like when I was younger, I didn't care too much, but as you get older, you start to kind of think about your history and think about these things a little differently.
And I got all kind of just sentimental nostalgia nuggets from the whole Scottish culture, and still today, if I hear the pipes, it makes me feel away. And then,
do you have a pair or an old set, like a collector, like that you've collected, or
I do. Yeah.
Have you? When's the last time you pulled them out and played?
Man, I wasn't really into the pipes so much.
Mm-hmm.
I was into this Scottish marching side drum, snare drum. It's got snares on the top and the bottom, real crispy and articulate. I was onto that jam, but my pops had pipes, and I still got them. Probably Colton, Crane's son, probably wants to play them pipes.
That's really awesome.
Play kind of anything.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So the sword dance, I love the sword dance, where they get going faster. They got a couple swords on the ground. They hop from quadrant to quadrant.
Yeah.
It's pretty bitchin'.
That's awesome, man.
But I love the Scottish music.
Heck yeah, man. I do too. Braveheart, shout out.
Yeah.
Love that movie.
Yeah.
It really encapsulated that lifestyle in a really cool way, man. I don't know. I liked it a lot. So yeah, I guess part of our big topic, let's take a break.
Cool.
and then we'll come back into the topic, is I really want to get into this Deepseek. It's this AI that came out and just ruined our stock market.
A hot topic.
Yeah, everybody's talking about it. I was going to throw my little spin on it in the way I kind of understand it. And
I want to know.
there's some, it's very interesting because it's not new. They've been around for a long time, and a lot of people, even from over here, know about them. And there's a deep history of people that have worked for, Amazon and a lot of these other big companies and lower end roles that actually are assisting on this end, as well, or as investors on this end as well.
Okay.
And it's really a lot more than $5 million to create this thing that has disrupted like companies like NVIDIA and some really big American companies.
Wow.
And it's a flex almost of muscle in a way that we're seeing in the tech field right now. And it's kind of interesting.
Cool. We'll be back. All right. Epic.
Right after college, we took a surf trip to the #1 surf destination in the world, Bali, Indonesia. We saw something that would change our entire outlook on the ocean forever.
What we saw was a bunch of plastic washed up on the shoreline. I walked up to a lifeguard and said, "How come no one's doing anything to clean this plastic?" He responded with, "We clean it every morning. This is just what happens." By the afternoon, all the wind and tides would bring in more plastic. There was just so much.
We realized that there was a serious problem with the plastic pollution. And we saw fishermen pushing their boats through tons of plastic, only to come back with empty nets. And they were working all day. So we kind of saw this and asked them, how much money are you guys making for a living? They were not making that much money going out and catching fish. So we just kind of realized if we could shift the demand from paying them to go and catch fish to go out and get ocean plastic, that we could create a sustainable business model that would be both beneficial for Bali and Indonesia as well as the fishermen.
So Alex and I brought that idea with us back home and came up with this crazy idea where what if we can create an economy to have the fishermen shift gears from seafood to plastic? What if we can hire people and create jobs to collect plastic for a living? From that, we took the model of the fishermen weighing the fish per pound, and we decided to pay the locals per pound. And before you know it, 4Ocean was born.
Now, we've got captains and crews that are cleaning the ocean 7 days a week. We've operated out of 26 different countries, and to date, we've removed over 500,000 pounds of trash from the ocean. All of these cleanups are funded entirely through the sale of our bracelet.
The 4Ocean bracelet is made from 100% recycled materials. The glass beads are made from post-consumer recycled glass bottles, and the cord is made from 100% post-consumer recycled plastic water bottles.
4Ocean's mission is to educate and inspire individuals to work together for cleaner oceans, 1 pound at a time.
These images no longer can exist.
All right, we are back.
We have returned.
We have returned. We're here.
It's the return of us. So yeah, Scott's gonna crack it open, talking
I was
about.
gonna let you run this one.
No, I ain't. So you said it was hot on X this morning.
Well, really, over the last few days, that I've actually noticed. So, I guess Monday or at some point, Trump has been kind of throwing a lot at a lot of people.
Okay.
He's coming out and saying, this is my plan. And he's got Canada pissed. He's got Greenland mad. He's got Mexico mad. He's got Colombia mad. I'm not judging. This is the climate that is current. Right. Whether it's good or bad for all of us, hey, that's going to be for other people to talk about and plan. And that's happening.
That's what's on the feed.
And so when you flex, you have to be ready for those punches to be thrown at you, right? So, and he knows that, and he's ready for that, I'm sure. I mean, you don't come in and do this without expecting some fallback. So this company, Deepseek, has been around for a while, building and stuff, and they're a Chinese company, so they don't have the ability to buy NVIDIA chips that are extremely fast in processing speeds and some of these latest technologies. So NVIDIA has been boasting about them, and OpenAI and these American AI companies are using this technology, and OpenAI has spent billions now in their infrastructure and through Microsoft's partnership with them, and they started off as a free open source company with Elon Musk and all that. And as time went, they decided to go into this profit model and charge for ChatGPT, which I even pay for. And I love using it. And I'm glad I'm not, I wish I wasn't paying so much for it, but $20. Yeah, $20 a month. But I wish you're paying $5 a month or, give something to the ecosystem. But they're also using, everything that I type in and ask it, it's using in databases. So it's using me for its benefit as well. So I do understand it should be free almost, because it's almost like everybody is contributing to it, but there has to be a way for the people that put effort and energy into these technologies to be rewarded for it, because nobody's going to do it otherwise. There's a rabbit hole of safety concerns and, how bad is this going to get? And, I kind of went onto a deep dive, after I started seeing some of this stuff on YouTube with some of these robotics companies. They've gone pretty insane with the capabilities that they've been able to do. Now, they have examples all over the place of Boston Dynamics and a lot of these different companies with their robots being able to sit in a kitchen and do dishes and take orders. Elon's partnered with one on his X, technology, and we're right in the head. It's like you can talk to, this thing, and you can see it computing in its little, round circle white dot thing that's just kind of talking back to you in whatever, voice that you want to give it, I guess. And it's pretty amazing. When I was up there at that show in Chicago for work a couple months ago,
yep,
that was they had one of those little dogs that were walking around with a guy, and going up and sitting down and showing all the technology. I think it was Boston Dynamics or something, one of those type of like running fast dog things, and it was absolutely amazing. So I don't know, man. It's pretty cool.
So it's hot though. It's
big time.
Yeah.
It's really hot. It's so what's happened here is this Deepseek is taking, or China, whoever is, I don't know who's at play, but whoever's at play here said, okay, America, you guys are, awesome, and all your companies are worth all this money, and it takes all this money. It only took us $5 million. Here's our app. And, there's already American investors and people that, have AI skill sets within Google and all these who already know about this Deepseek. They know the people, the players. they have these websites like GitHub and stuff where there are these communities where these people, coders and stuff, are all sharing and learning and have their different models of these different technologies. It's kind of confusing. It's pretty much just creating algorithms that can respond in human-like ways with the data that they've collected, and they could have, and it's how they take the data and compute it in an efficient way to respond fast. So OpenAI uses these advanced chips and it, boasts about how they need this. Well, Deepseek, when you go, I went and downloaded their app, and kind of started playing with it. And it doesn't do the photographs yet that you can do on, but it pretty much responds and answers in a way for the layman like me, the stupid questions that I'm asking it. It's answering me as well. I'm not going to say better or worse, but I feel like the answers are just as capable as the ones at OpenAI. And then they go, we're doing this on technology that's a lot older than the NVIDIA stuff that you guys are using to make yours. So it only took us $5 million to put just this app together and post this while you guys are in the billions. And all of a sudden the stock market just started dropping. NVIDIA, over $1 trillion left the U.S. stock market on one app release. As soon as people and then they actually stopped it to where you couldn't even download it anymore. And now they're talking about photos being up soon and using photos and be able to create images just like you can do on OpenAI. So a lot of experts are saying it's taking a lot more than $5 million. Don't let them play it. Just the processing speeds to be able to compute and go on a national level alone costs a lot more than what you guys are talking about. So there's a lot of costs that are not being, this is more, I feel like, of a political play.
A boat rocker.
Or a boat rocking type of, guys, you guys need to stop acting like you guys are the cat's meow over there. We have some baller shit over here too. And then everybody goes, oh, well, damn, they do, and then they pull their money because when if you got a lot of money and you have a whole bunch of money backing some AI player and you hear somebody else can make something cheaper, the first thing your human instinct's going to do is, oh shit, let me pull my money out and be safe and make sure I know what I'm doing right now. Unless you got balls of steel. And that's what happened with Amazon investors back in the day when it went way up and then down to $9 and then way back up again. The people that held on strong and had those balls of steel are the ones that are your multi-billionaires or millionaires now that you don't even know, they just are just balling for believing in the platform or the company in itself. So it's kind of interesting watching all this technology stuff kind of play out, and now on a world scale. And we have a whole different administration now that I think it's really good for countries to have different philosophied administrations, take control back and forth to keep some sort of a balance, because I think when we play these political games and you have one side and another side, both sides are going to have good points and bad points that, our personality traits, will bond to, or whatever you want to call it. So it's good to have that balance, a back and forth to appease the masses and keep everybody. If one side's winning every single time, eventually the other side's going to get pissed off and do some crazy stuff. You know what I'm saying? And to see all this stuff play out in a world stage now, is that going to bring us together more, or is it going to divide us more, or is it just going to be more of the same? Is Canada going to be one of our other states? Is Alaska going to be oil town USA? Is Mexico going to pay all these taxes that we're threatening them with? Is Colombia? What's going to happen?
Greenland.
Greenland, they pop back in kind of a hardcore way, and it's kind of funny to watch. Like, to me, it's like entertaining at least. But I mean, these guys probably are planning and taking stuff seriously. It could affect us as a country too, but it could be a rock in the boat that hurts us, but then benefits us long term. So we got to look at all the different aspects here at play. I just hope that we have communication that lets us understand things, because usually what we hear and see, we're trained and have been we believe now based on history that when there's something happening here, it's because in the behind the scenes, there's the real plays happening. That's a big deal that nobody hears about. And then that becomes the consequence, or what we find out down the road. So trust is eroded. Is this going to change?
That's a hard question. And there's a lot of people, just more people every day. So that makes the equation way hot, because everybody needs, all the simple, the food, the dental, the medical, the et cetera. And then you got side notes like cataclysmic weather events.
Yep.
Just rocking up no matter what
everywhere
us humans are doing. It's coming.
Yeah, man. It's wild.
Yeah, a lot of people. It's a big party.
Yeah, man.
Try to make it better. Keep it uplifting.
Yeah, and you just have a lot of just real wild things happening, man. It's like really a good time to work on yourself, man. It's a good time to,
hunker down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's wild, man.
Well, I'm super thankful for, everything that we got and the beat
Yeah,
that
man.
we got going.
It's a kind of special, and it feels just very relaxed and comfortable. And you have just years of relationships that you've built with a lot of these people, and just close friendships from surfing and music and all walks of life. And now we're all just building these awesome little projects together, and these little food forest projects to bring forth.
Yeah.
And it's just a nice balance to my daily work, and my kids get to see all of this awesome stuff. My dad's always had that green thumb, and planted vegetables and fruits and stuff. And
yeah,
my mom in Kentucky, has always grown like when you go up there, she has just trellises of beans and squash and zucchini. And
I remember them.
It's
photos.
just, it's amazing. And, she's getting older now and probably can't spend as much time doing that stuff in the intensive way that it is. And it's cool to be picking that up and doing that out back with the dragon fruit, and just learn how to, collect seeds. Like I have a little tin over there, of seeds that I'm collecting. And I have like an orange honeysuckle over here. And so I'm going, taking a picture, kind of look at the genetics so I can label the packaging right. And there are these little helicopter seed pods, and they remind me of the orchid seed pods that I got from you, where the buttons came off.
Yeah.
We get these little buttons, and it's like a Florida tree orchid.
Yep.
And I've never collected seeds before. You just buy them online or at a Lowe's or something, but not these type of cool native plants. And I got cranberry hibiscus seeds that I love growing around here now, and the kids all go out back and eat the seeds and all that. It's just kind of a level up, man, as a whole.
It's great.
And it's Scott sauces and all the different crazy
also
things.
Great. We've been using your molasses that you got from that sugar cane.
Yeah.
What do you call that thing that you spin?
Oh, it's just a processor that pulps the sugar cane. And I need to get the drill bit accessory for it, because there is one, but I didn't have it, so I had to kind of hand wheel them. And you guys got me that Hawaiian Buddha, Andre. Got that Hawaiian Buddha.
Also a big genetic and seed collector.
He's got all the exotics, man.
He's the doctor.
He really is. He's got the credentials.
Yeah.
And it's amazing just having those connections and relationships, to where I am now able to feel pretty confident in growing some stuff out back, and some fruits and stuff, and processing them down and using them. The sugar cane, thank you. It's really cool to be able to make it, and it came from your house. Like,
back at you, because we got all kind of dragon fruit now.
Yeah, man.
Courtesy of you.
Right? And dude, we're just, seasons away now from just having a robust, harvest.
Crane and from Andre.
Yeah, man.
Summers.
I have some bananas in the freezer here, the Java ones, the 2 packages.
Yeah.
If you want to take one to make some smoothies with, you're more than welcome to it. I got another to give to Kathy, my neighbor next door.
I wish I could remember the name of the ones that I just ate. They're maybe some of the best ones I ever ate.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
I got a package in there to give you some bananas that you're going to like a lot.
Cool.
The little mini ones.
I love them.
Yeah, they're really sweet too. But it's just really cool. Like I'm composting things. I just spread hay out all this last weekend, all throughout the yard. Dogs are all running through it like crazy.
You've been tuning this place up hard for like a couple years now.
Yeah, man.
Now you got a beat going.
And it's starting to kind of, flesh out a little bit and moving stuff around. I'm saying, I'm going to do this different now. I feel a little more confident I'm going to do this.
And you got the sun. You got lots of it.
You should have seen my ass almost falling off I didn't almost fall, but I felt like I was that queen palm out back. It had a lot of old
Did you get up
growth. I got up on the big ladder and got up on the top with the pole saw and kind of shaking. And there's some bees up there and some of the seed pods up there.
Yep.
So I was worried that one of them was going to pop off on me. And I did all right. A little weight off of me. It's not so bad.
That's sketchy getting up on high ladder.
I got to get up on the roof soon and do some stuff. And when I was on the back, I was redoing some of the screws on the metal roof in the back part over the porch. That's no problem. That doesn't bother me at all. But when you're on an angle or on some steep incline on the front of this house, I got to get over there to do some caulking around the windows and everything. I'm kind of nervous about it.
You cannot wipe out.
I'm kind of nervous. I don't want to fall through the roof.
Don't wipe out.
I don't want to do that. Well, let's end the show, man.
Cool.
Let's call it a night.
Feels good. I had a long day, and this was cool.
Yeah, man. It's been 3 weeks in a row now we've recorded.
Yeah.
You've got recordings going on over at Vibe Farmer Studio with Che. And what's his podcast called?
It's called The Social Contrast, I think.
We're going to get him on the show here before long.
Yeah, I get a check mark for not knowing.
And I forgot his name when I was doing that one episode. I was sitting there trying to say his name, and I was talking about you and him. And
that's a demerit.
And I just totally skipped right over it.
Yeah.
My bad.
We've been wound up. It's good.
I'm just glad that we're taking the time out of our busy schedules to sit down for an hour or two.
Yeah, I appreciate
once a week right now. And thanks for coming over and hanging out. And I look forward to getting some Vibe Farmer podcast episodes going here before long.
And catching up with Colleen.
Yeah, big time. I haven't talked to her in a bit. I know the holidays have been crazy, and I know she's been busy with work. And I really want to. I need to call her, and I need to go over there and have dinner and hang out and see them. Now that we're past the holidays and stuff, it's time to shine with all that.
Cool.
Shout out to everybody listening, to everybody who is tuning in.
Shout out to Frank and Becca.
Yeah, big shout out to Frank, Sam, and
Kyle.
No, his girlfriend, your niece,
Caitlin.
Kat. Yeah. Moving out to Washington.
Yeah.
Safe travels to you guys.
Yeah.
It's awesome. It's such an experience. I'm very envious of that, because I just feel like if I was going to move to another state and I was like on an adventure, I spent some time in Oregon, and I have a cousin, Katie, up in Seattle, and I've seen the photographs and I see the view. I know it rains a lot and it's dark and whatever, but it is beautiful. It is amazing. And I would love to experience that. So,
yeah, and they got the green thumb as well.
Man, it's just perfect, man.
Try not to forget to tell you that I heard that Frank and his crew wrangled like a 12 2, I think it's 12 foot 2 inches.
I think I saw that on social media.
Yeah, out behind in the chain of lakes, maybe.
I think I saw that.
That's big.
That's huge.
He had to do the moment where he walked up from, and get on it. It's
insane. I saw a funny video. This pig that these cops were trying to get out of the woods, and it was so big, and its balls were huge, big old pink balls, dude. This pig was like the size of like me and you and another person. Like full on, and they were jumping on the motherfucker. They couldn't get it down. It's fucking hilarious. I'll send you the link.
Okay,
it's great. Let us end this show.
I'm gonna take this.
See y'all later.
Yeah.
Daisy's in a tube top, screaming from the top of her lungs. This all ends tonight. Daddy's on the floor, he's screaming from Tube top screaming from the top of her lungs. This all ends tonight. Daddy's on the floor, he's screaming for more, saying you're gonna be alright. Alright, yeah.
Dude, that's just killer. Oh, dude, that was awesome.